Hi, I just wanted to quickly go over your study guide as an aid for your test that's either happening on Thursday or Friday. So the cause of the Hundred Years' War is who is to be claiming the French throne. So it's against the English and the French over who will rule France. France was at a disadvantage, primarily because they were so disorganized. They had plenty of money and weapons, however, the people of France just could not get it together in order to fight off the English, hence why the war took so long. The purpose of the Estates General is to be a governing body in France. It's supposed to be a representative assembly that had people come from all over. It's the same Estates General that existed during the French Revolution with 300, 300, and 600 seats, with each of the estates only having one vote. A lull in the Hundred Years' War was caused by the Black Death. The Jacquerie was an uprising of the nobility versus peasants, because the nobles were enforcing new taxation laws against the peasants. And then the nobles realized that they were unable to achieve the collection of all these new taxes, which then led to an uprising. Why was Joan of Arc able to make gains? Joan of Arc was able to make gains because she was incredibly motivational to the people of France. Joan of Arc was executed as a heretic by the English. Where did the Black Death first appear in Europe? It appeared in Sicily and then worked its way up through Italy and into Central Europe. Why did the Jewish population become scapegoats for the Black Death? Because the Jewish population already had cleaning and sanitation methods incorporated as their daily practices as part of their faith. And because they had these cleaning methods, they were less apt to get the Black Death. Thus, people believed that there was some sort of reason they must have brought it or have been immune to it. What was the main result of the Black Death? The main result of the Black Death is it's going to change society greatly. It's going to really be the end of serfdom and memorialism across Central Europe. It is also going to lead to the Renaissance. It's going to change the role of the church, and it's also going to generally reshape political, social, and economic landscape for all of Europe. How did the church benefit from the Black Death? The Black Death actually causes more people to become more faithful. So as there is a lull in faith, this is going to have people become more reliant on the afterlife after seeing so much death. Unum Sanctum. Unum Sanctum is about having one pope and also seeing that we have one message from the church. So one message. Therefore, the greatest message comes from the pope. Individual priests are not allowed to go off and preach their own feelings, and it's also too about not just like interpreting the Bible on your own. John Huss is somebody who believed that you could learn strictly from the Bible. So he was executed as a heretic as well. The Great Schism is the time period when there were two popes in Europe. Chapter 10. What are the Italian states of the Renaissance? So we are looking at Florence, Milan, Venice, the Papal States. So it's primarily northern Italy. What documents established Renaissance diplomacy? So we have the Treaty of Lodi. Who is the father of humanism? Petrarch. This judgment was painted by Michelangelo. What rivals were united with the Treaty of Lodi? Milan, Naples, and Lombardy. Who became the tax collector, war maker, and law enforcer of the 15th century? That'd be the king. The Cortes was the representative assembly in Spain. 7 electors chose the Holy Roman Emperor. Humanists believe that moral standards are the compass and that they should be taught in school along with the liberal arts. Machiavelli believed in this principle called realpolitik, where we have the ruler of the country putting the needs of the country ahead of their own personal beliefs. Slavery during the Renaissance pretty much just disappeared in the continent of Europe. That means that most serf and manorial systems, again, just disappeared. The Northern Renaissance differs greatly from the Italian Renaissance. The Northern Renaissance is more of a religious focus. It's really about recovering from the Great Schism. The artwork is darker. They painted on wood. They use different mediums. The Italian Renaissance is a great educational and cultural reawakening. So yes, there are religious ties. However, it's mostly about bringing back classical Roman and Greek teachings, opposed to Northern Renaissance, which is more of a religious teaching. Thomas More, again, was executed for speaking out against the church, as many are during this time period. And Johannes Gutenberg invented movable type,